Have you ever been involved in a sport or part of a team where you didn't have a good relationship with your coach?
Yes. Actually, this year, this football season, I don't think me and my coach knocked it off too well in the beginning. I still don't think our relationship is where it should be. It's a lot of reasons behind that. I don't know if y'all want to get into detail.
You think that this relationship hurt or helped your performance?
I definitely think it hurt. Last year, my relationship with my coach was way better than the coach we got this year. My performance last year was way better than this year, so I actually do think it's a reason.
Would your performance be different if your relationship was better with the coach?
I think so.
I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Greg. Have you ever been involved in a sport or part of a team where you didn't have a good relationship with your coach?
Man, I believe things like this happen. You know, like you're not gonna like everybody you're dealing with. You know, so you gotta learn how to handle it. And yes, to answer your question, yes, I have dealt with something like that in my life, my lifetime.
Do you think it hurt or helped your performance on the team?
I felt like I used it to up my performance, you know, because I felt like I had to show them out and show them that I could do what I could do and make things happen on the field. So I felt like I had to bring my A game day in and day out. And so to answer your question, yes, it did help.
Do you think your performance would have been different if your relationship was better with the coach?
I can't even tell you the answer to that, you know, because to tell you the truth, you know, I can't look into the future or change things in the past, you know. I just use it to learn and benefit, you know, from my benefit. I used it to benefit and get better and focus, you know. I use it as motivation.
Are you currently in a relationship with another athlete?
Yes, I am.
If so, was it a long-term or short-term relationship?
Right now, it's a long-term, you know, can't determine the future.
Right. Has being in a relationship ever deterred you from practicing or progressing in a sport in which you play?
Never let my off-field issues bother me on the field at all.
So nothing has ever affected you negatively in a game or in a practice?
Not at all.
Are you currently in a relationship or have been in a relationship with someone who doesn't participate in a sport?
Yeah, I've been in a relationship with someone that doesn't, you know, participate in sports, and it's kind of difficult, you know, because, you know, you got to let them know, like, I got things to do, you know, so I got business to take care of. And it ain't always gonna be with you, you know. So that makes a lot of things real difficult in your life, you know, at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think being in a relationship caused you to be negatively affected during a sporting event?
Oh no, I never let that affect my game, baby. You know, I gotta keep going, keep working on my craft. You know, I can't when I step on the field or in the court on the court. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about getting buckets or getting snug. You know what I'm saying?
Has having children ever made you second guess pursuing an athletic career?
Somewhat. Because first, I was already pursuing my career when I had my son, but having my son questioned my dedication to the sport. It tested me to it almost made me feel torn between the two, but it's more to football than just football, so yeah.
Does having a child affect you during practices or during workouts?
Sometimes, yeah. I say it very when I'm going through stuff or I'm having a hard time with the sport or something like that, and I need a kick or something like that, then that'll be in the back of my head, like, well, you know, I'm setting an example. I gotta finish whatever it is I'm doing. If this is what I gotta do to finish it, then that's what I'm gonna do. So thinking of it do motivate me, give me a reason and a purpose to keep playing this sport and working hard.
How has your thought process changed about sports since you've had your children?
It made me not take it for granted, first off, because, you know, I know that I could have easily said whatever with football and just went home and lived that parent life full time, you know what I'm saying? But it also let me know that football is not forever. So to go ahead and we can play the game while I can, while I'm healthy enough to play it, be able to use that as an example for them, you know what I'm saying? So it pretty much just let me know the longevity of football ain't there in the long run. You know, eventually I'm gonna have to give it up and be a parent, and so that's why I just don't take the game for granted right now while I'm playing. Have you ever been involved in a sport or a part of a team where you didn't have a good relationship with your coach?
Yes, I have. I've been involved with a football program in high school and then a JV basketball program where I didn't have a good relationship with my coach. And it definitely affected me. It definitely affected how I played and how I interacted with them. A lot of times it affects my confidence more than anything in what I'm doing. Because I knew our relationship wasn't great, I second-guessed myself a lot. And I wasn't able to play at a high speed, as high of a speed and high of a level as I possibly could because of that.
Coach, have you ever had a bad relationship with a player?
I have, and that's something that, you know, as a coach you hope not to have, but just with different personalities and stuff, sometimes they just don't match up very well, and you get some conflict. And you know, I try my best not to allow that to happen, and give the guys confidence in me and have a good relationship with them. But it doesn't happen sometimes, and I really think that's what ends up happening. Is it turns them off in the meeting rooms, it turns them off on the field when you're talking to them, and they're not as focused as they probably could be if you had a better relationship with them, and in turn it doesn't allow them to play with confidence and in what they're doing. So I think, you know, that's how it affects them. And yeah.
How much do you think the player-coach relationship affects the performance of the player?
I think it greatly affects them. I think all players, in order for a player to play at the highest level they possibly can play, they need to have your confidence and confidence in you, so that they can go out on the field or the court or whatever and play as fast as possible without second guessing themselves and without thinking about it. So whenever there's a you know, rub in the relationship and they're not able to do that, I think it greatly affects them. And you know, there's obviously a lot of ways that people deal with it, and they're able to get over that and play through it, whether it's through another coach or another relationship. But a lot of times, if it's, you know, a rub between their direct coach, their one that they have their strongest personal relationship and one-on-one time with, it can dramatically affect them and their